أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا نبينا محمد وآله الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Inshallah, for today's session I'd like to go over verse 9 and 10 of Surah Al-Hujuraat. This will be a short session but a fruitful one, I pray, inshallah. So verse number 9 of Surah Al-Hujuraat. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإن طائفتان من المؤمنين اقتتلوا فأصلحوا بينهما فإن بغت إحداهما على الأخرى فقاتلوا التي تبغي حتى تفيء إلى أمر الله فإن فاءت فأصلحوا بينهما بالعدل وأقسطوا إن الله يحب المقسطين. If two groups of the faithful fight one another, make peace between them. But if one party of them aggresses against the other, fight the one which aggresses until it returns to Allah's ordinance. Then, if it returns, make peace between them fairly and do justice. Indeed, Allah loves the just. So within this verse, there's two concepts of peace and harmony which Islam forever always brings forth, so don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And this verse is an example of that right here. There should always be an effort to bring together groups which come into conflict with each other within fair measures, no matter how big or small they may be. And this verse was revealed in regards to the animosity between the Aus and Khazraj tribes. There was contention and conflict which emerged between the two tribes, and they began to fight each other. Now, there's three different obligations we find within this verse. It is incumbent upon all Muslims to prevent conflict. This is number one. Bloodshed, instead of standing aside and acting indifferent and as if it's not their problem. Number two, if one party outrages the other, and then action must be taken to bring them towards Allah's path, or to a paradigm which is in accordance to Allah's system, and justice should be applied. And number three, to make peace between them fairly and equitably. An example of this in history, during the Battle of Hudaybiyah, when the Prophet was going to sign the peace treaty, the Prophet demonstrated a great example of self-sacrifice to establish peace between the Muslims and the polytheists. He was willing to even have some of his companions come and return back to Mecca and live there amongst the polytheists, and this, as the people of Mecca wanted. And this was done as another element to ratify the peace treaty. In Nahj al-Balagha, Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi afdal salatu wasalam says in advice to his sons, I advise you, my two sons, Al-Hasan, Al-Hussein, to establish and foster peace amongst two opposing parties, since surely I have heard your grandfather, the messenger, say, establishing peace between two opposing parties is better than praying and fasting for the entire year. The last sentence, that's quite a heavy statement to say, and it just shows the incredible feat it is, how significant it is to bring peace between two different parties who are having a conflict with each other. Now, verse number 10. إنما المؤمنون إخوة فأصلحوا بين أخويكم واتقوا الله لعلكم ترحمون. The faithful are indeed brothers. Therefore make peace between your brothers and be wary of Allah, so that you may receive His mercy. The closest relationship and bond that one can form with between two people is the sense of brotherhood or sisterhood that Islam places emphasis on. And this type of relationship is not unilateral, it's bilateral. It affects both parties. So it's not, it's something that's so important, especially when it's done under the umbrella of belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Uniting under anything else is bound to break apart. Let's just say, for example, politics, which could be an edgy subject, but you may agree with your friend regarding a topic, and next thing you know, something happened in current events, and you find yourself standing on the opposite ends of things because of how you may feel with regards to that. But things such as having faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Day of Judgment, belief in the government that is just, equitable, the necessary element to follow noble and moral traits are something which uniting under that is kind of unbreakable. And a good example, the Muhajirun and the Ansar were two different types of people that lived. One was from Mecca, one was from Medina. But when the Prophet migrated to Medina, they all united with each other, even though they were brought up in different environments and lived in different environments. No matter the status, the wealth, the power that they may have had, the Prophet told them to take a partner for each other, and they became part of one community. There's a hadith from Sadiq alayhi salam where he says, Muslims are brethren and serve as each other's eye and guide. They never betray each other, they never do wrong to each other, they never deceive each other, they never break their promises. Another lengthy narration from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it mentions 30 different claims a brother has on each other. And it's a lengthy narration, but I still want to go over this because even if we can walk away with 5 different, 10 different claims or rights that we have on each other from a brotherhood or sisterhood perspective is plenty. He says, Muslims enjoy 30 claims before his Muslim brethren, whose absence may not be cleared unless he acts upon them or his Muslim brethren waive their rights. Now, number 1, forgive their faults, be kind to them in afflictions, keep their secrets, make good for their errors and mistakes, accept their apologies, defend them against slanderers, be benevolent toward them, watch over their friendship, be steadfast against their pacts, visit them in their ailments, attend their funeral processions, answer their calls, accept their gifts, return their favors, be grateful for their bounties, make efforts to render them aid and support, preserve their dignity and honor, meet their demands, intercede on their behalf, say bless you when they sneeze, or in Arabic, yarhamakullah, help them find what they have lost, return their greetings, cherish their words, be benevolent towards their bounties, acknowledge their oaths, regard their friends as his own friends, refrain from enmity against them, render them aid and support, whether they be wrongdoers or wronged, such that keep them from doing wrong and help them to reclaim their rights when they are wronged, stand by them in afflictions and refrain from belittling them, and expect them to have whatever good he favors and disfavor for them whatever he disfavors. So that's a lengthy narration, but you guys can check out the video once it uploads if you want to go through them again. But if we can walk away from just 5 of these, where the next time we interact with a friend, with a brother, again, it doesn't have to be a blood brother, it could be our own friends. This sentence, this verse extends to everyone within the Muslim community. So if we can apply and reflect these notes in the sense where, okay, I need to do a better job of being kinder to my brother, or sometimes unfortunately maybe someone calls you like, oh, X or Y is calling me, I'll get back to them, and at the moment It may not mean much. It may just be something so little and minuscule, but I think the moment we spend time to reflect on these things, and it's like, wow, tomorrow that person may never call. Tomorrow that person may not be around. And it's these little things which may seem little to us right now, but tomorrow they may go such a long way. So I hope that's been beneficial, and the video will be up shortly. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.